Five Shapiro, from Vu, Antwerpen, and Jacobson. He sees that he chapped the Rebbe's imagination as vertracht. Like he doesn't know why. He says, a minute. The Rebbe stands up from his chair, goes over, there's a filing cabinet in his room there, opens up, takes out a piece of paper, and says, "Do is a brief from the Mama Dina. Here's a letter from your mother." Looks at the Rebbe, says, "My mother," he says, "for MS, good 30 years." He starts reading. A letter to the Lubavitch Rebbe from Abelze Yidin in Antwerpen. The doctors say, the doctors say, I have a few weeks to live. Young mother, a house full with kids, little kids, bar mitzvah, younger, a few weeks to live. Cancer, yenamachla. Meila, I'm leaving the world. I'm leaving a husband. I'm leaving a house full with Yisrael. I'm very worried they're not going to have a mother. I'm very worried about them. I don't know what's going to happen to them. They're not going to have a mother. I want to ask the Lubavitcher Rebbe, Pasha, to daven for my kids after I die. Daven for them. And she writes the name of every child. And she writes the name of Feivel, the youngest orphan, with his mother's name. The Rebbe looks at him and says, "This letter I received from your mother a few days before she passed away." He's very emotional. So he right away says, "Lubavitcher Rebbe, I never saw anything from my mother. I never saw any letters from my mother writing. I didn't see in the house. It was like a frische gerus from his mother. They didn't speak a lot about his mother." He says, "Ken ich haben de brief? Can I have this letter from my mother? I want to take it home." He says, "Nay. The brief darf bleiben da. The letter has to stay here." He said to me, he said, "I was wondering, you need my mother's letter." It's like, it seemed insensitive to him. He's like, "Oh, yes, never had a mother. It's one letter that Rebbe has. Give it the brief." What are you? It's like, really, you need the letter? What, from a museum? So he didn't want to say, but he was. The Rebbe looked at him and he said, "Jeden Erev Yom Kippur, Fardem was ich gehe up in Shul zu Kol Nidrei, nehme ich adois de Mama's brief, jede Jahr, und ich lehne de brief und ich daven für alle Kinder. Every year, it's been 30 years, I take out your mother's letter. She asked me for something, right before Kol Nidrei, the holiest time of the year, I daven for all of you kinderlach." Every one of us can take our life's experience, can take our pain, can take our ayim and koim kvoide, and not understand it, and not chas v'sholem, just surrender. But never ever to look at ourselves as the eternal ones who are missing, who are just forgive me, the losers, the ones who don't fit in, the ones who didn't make it. These were Gedolei Yisrael who built up the Jewish world after the Churban, each one in his derech and in his path, with a hatzloche eloikis l'mayel l'miderech hateva. Everybody knows that the renaissance of the Jewish world in the last 70 years was inexplicable, non-explainable, and almost every single person in this room, if not every single person in the room, directly or indirectly, is Vishinantam Levanecha Elu Atalmidim. Either from one of them, all of them, some of them. Not because they didn't have pain, but because they knew that their mother is holding them in their arms. And their job at every single moment is to use their life to make the greatest move that will ultimately create a victory, until the ultimate victory, when V'hoya Hashem l'chol ha'olam b'mheira b'yameinu amen. Thank you very much.